Boom, 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 boom. Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling day. Welcome to Before the Dirt Nap, episode number 1369. The day of as little as possible. And it was a perfect day for as little as possible. For those of you who don't know, Sundays I like to take off and do as little as possible on Sundays. Although there are times I'll do other things as long as it's not work, and I get offline and stay offline as much as I can. I was off for most of the day. Yeah. After yesterday, the past two weekends where I've been busy working, and it's just been a long stretch since I a couple of weekends since I've had a day off, basically, and not working continually through. Because 2 weekends ago, had my mastermind group, and then on Sunday I got the day off, and then I've basically been working every day or doing lots of activity up until yesterday. And today I got a quiet day, and it's like, yay! Do as little as possible. And so I actually got up early. I was up like 5:30 this morning. I lazed in bed for half an hour and got up at 5:30, and thought I'll go do grocery shopping. Don't ask me why, but I did. And I had planned to go into one supermarket, and then I was driving along. I'm like, actually, I'm going to go to this one as I come up on one of the other ones. And so I went in there and got my grocery shopping. But I went like around, was it 7:30? I think it was when I left. So I got to the market like around 8, and I got home just after 9, and it was still cool enough to do that. I knew that today we were heading for 3 digits Fahrenheit. We are currently at 102, 103. Oh, I can't remember now. We're currently at 102. But it feels like 108. So, actually, it's dropped. It got up to 102. Now it says it's 98 outside and it feels like 97. Like, oh, well, we like that even better. It was also the day I got to go get Zeffie because she'd been at the dog sitters for the weekend, so I could go house hunting and didn't have to leave her in the RV with the temperatures rising and that sort of stuff. I don't have remote thermostats in the RV, so I wasn't able to keep her on the tent. But it also meant she wasn't spending hours by herself as well. So it was kind of cool. So got that done, came back here, got all the groceries unpacked and put away, and then I thought, time to take the recycling out because I have a collection area for the recycling, and it was getting a little full and overflowing. I think it's time to do the recycling. So got all the recycling packed up, put it in the car. By this stage, most of the morning had gone by, and it was time to go. It was almost time to go leave to get Zeffie. And I thought, I feel like a nap. I thought, well, it's 1 o'clock. I'm picking Zeffie up at 2, and it only takes me like 15 minutes to get there. I'll just have a nap when I got back. Well, I will tell you this: the whole way home, Zeffie's sitting in the back with a smile on her face, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Usually when we're in the car, she's very serious, but she actually had a smile on her face today. Even when her mouth was closed, you could see the upturn of her mouth that was smiling. I thought that's so cute. And so we got home. We went for a very, very short walk, which we usually do when we've been out for a ride in the car, and came back inside, and she had something to eat, something to drink. And she didn't even get up on her bed on the dash. She went straight into the bedroom, into her corner of the bed there that I had remade for her, and she just and I'd left her little. She has this little teddy bear. It's got unbearable on it, or you are unbearable, or something like that. And I had it sitting in the corner of her bed, and so she takes that, moves it out, and I look over, and she's laying with it, and it's under here on her neck. And we basically, and because it was so hot outside, we were able to put the awning out, which is good because it provided shade for inside. We're currently, it was 102 outside where it feels like 108, and we've been sitting comfortably inside and around 78. Still too hot to do anything. So we just basically spent the afternoon on the bed in front of the fan, snoozing, reading. Zeffie, and then as soon as I got up to come out and do this, Zeffie moved onto my side, so she was in direct alignment with the fan, and now she's sprawled out on my side of the bed. But we've had a day of as little as possible, which is sort of like I'm kind of dreading we're going to go out soon for her WALK. But I'm going to try and wait a few more minutes. I need to put some charger. Yeah. I'm going to wait till like around 7 o'clock to head out and take her for a walk, because by then the sun will be down. Yes, it will still be warm, but our temperatures are going up and down like yo-yos. It's meant to get to, I think it's as low as 79 tonight, or 71. So we're still going to we are at the stage where we are now running at least one AC 24 hours a day. We may get a reprieve on Thursday. It's meant to be a high of 78. But for those in New Zealand, if you want to know temperature conversions, go to my Facebook page, because I actually took screenshots, and on one I've got Celsius written, and on the other one I've got Fahrenheit written, so that my friends and family back in New Zealand can understand just how hot it is right here right now. And it's only spring, and this is one reason that I really, 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 really want to get into a house ASAP. So tomorrow we find out all the financing and get approval for the financing and things, find out what we get approved for, and from there we can move forward with one of the 3 options we found from my list of 3, 1 from Friday night, 2 from yesterday, although I have a feeling it's going to be one of the 2 from yesterday that we may be putting the offer in on, and I have an idea which one it's going to be, which will be really cool, because it was a really cool house. Ashley did a really good job of organizing this today. We had 7 appointments yesterday. Yeah, something like that. 7 appointments yesterday. It was a wild day, I tell you. And I was so exhausted today. In fact, it surprised me that I actually got in my car and went to the grocery store. Because I don't really go grocery. I usually get it delivered to me. But today I just thought, I'm going to go to the grocery store. And I have not walked. I've been into grocery stores known exactly, like the last few months, I've been into grocery stores knowing exactly what I want, so I haven't wandered the aisles or anything. So I got to the grocery store, I went around the outside, and then just meandered up and down. Oh, no, I don't need to go to the booze one, we'll just miss that one. And I don't need the soft drink one, we'll miss that one. So there were aisles that I did miss, but it was nice just to browse up and down the aisles, and I didn't really overshop, which I have done in the past. So that was kind of cool. Like I went down the snack aisle and the candy aisle, and I think I got a big bag of popped popcorn, because I do not do microwave popcorn. And that was the only snack thing I got from the candy, snack, and chips aisle. So I was like quite proud of myself on that one. Usually I come home with a haul, but I did quite well today. So we did a next to nothing day today. It was hot. We just needed to rest. And Zeffie's going to be conked out on the bed for the next 2 days. They sent me a photograph of her last night. There was the owner's 2 dogs there and 3 other dogs along with Zeffie. So there's 6 dogs in total, and Zeffie's just standing there in the middle of them, and they're all looking up at the camera. It was a really cute picture. So she's been playing with 4 dogs this week. 4 dogs? 3? Yeah, 4 dogs this weekend. 5 dogs this weekend. So she's had a bit of a blast playing with 5 dogs this weekend, and yeah, she sat quietly in the back. A couple of times she went, yep. I was like, what the heck is that? We got home. She went out for a quick walk, and came back, and she had some food. And did she finish all of it? Oh, she ate all of her food. Excuse me. So she'll get another cup tonight, and then she's had a good drink of water, and she's basically been sleeping the afternoon away. And because she's been at the dog sitters, I always know that tomorrow what will she be doing? After we get back from the walk, she may go and sleep on her bed up on the dashboard, or she'll just go into the bedroom where it's dark and it's cool, and that will be the end of her for the day. She'll come out when she's thirsty or hungry, and she'll go back in there. And she may come out and check on me, she may not, but who knows. But it's always good to have a day where you do as little as possible, just to give your body and your brain a bit of a rest. Excuse me, I got hiccups or burps or something. It's always good to do that. It's good to take a day off and do as little as possible, whether it's sitting and watching movies, watching sports, reading a book, just a day to sit back and go, because your body does need that rest. I know there's a lot of entrepreneurs out there who work, 100 hours a week or whatever. Yeah, just so we don't have to work for somebody else. But Sunday is my off day. Unless there is a really good reason, I typically do not do any work stuff on Sunday. It is my day. It is my day. It is my personal spa day, if you want. It's my take care of self day, and you all need to have a take care of self day, because if you don't put a take care of self day in there, you're going to burn yourself out, and you're going to wonder why things are so stressed. Even if you are working for yourself and you can set your own hours, you need to have a take care of self day. And I don't care what day of the week you do your self-care day. I like Sundays. I grew up doing self-care. We grew up with church on Sundays, and just a day of rest and relaxation, and I kind of like that. So I keep it going. It's my take care of self day, in all aspects, mind, body, and soul. Just take care of self day, and do that. So that's why we do as little as possible on Sundays. Occasionally, Sundays I do have to work because of a 2-day event, but that's okay, because I know that I will have a day coming up where I can take the day off and not do anything except get up, walk Zeffy, come home, and then we both crash for the day, and then we get up, walk, and come home and crash for the day, type of thing. So, but yeah, so self-care day. Make sure you have a self-care. What do you do for self-care day? Are you somebody who likes to go out hiking? That's another one you can do, is go out hiking, go for a picnic. We're getting into beautiful weather right now. Yes, it is really hot here in Sun City. I don't like being outside when it's this hot, but this is a day that I kind of like to kick back, relax, read, nap, watch movies. I'm looking forward to, one thing I'm looking forward to is getting my home theater set up again and having the space to do that. And I'm already looking at blackout curtains. Yeah. So I've got there's a really cool thing that's called My Mind, and you can see pictures on things, and you click on, and you right click and go add to my mind, or you can click a thing to add a website to your mind. And so excuse me, allergies. So I've been able to collect a lot of stuff like that. So when I see some curtains that I like, I've added them to my mind, so I know where they are, and I can just go and type in drapery or curtains or whatever, and up they come. So I've been looking at different type of blackout curtains, so that when we get our place, I will already have in mind what type of curtains I want, and I'm going for 84 inches. Looking at the 84-inch ones, and if they end up being too long, when I finally do the measurements, but I like to, when I'm hanging blackout curtains, I like to put them. You've got the wall comes up, and then you've got the ceiling, and I like to put the brackets up as close to the ceiling as possible, so there's very little light filtering out to the top. I want blackout. The bedroom's definitely going to have blackout curtains because I love to sleep in the dark. There's no electronics. Well, in this bedroom and in the RV, there is a TV in there because it came with it. The only time I ever use it is when I'm folding laundry. It's the only time it's ever on, is I sit there on the bed, fold the laundry, and watch something. I don't know, movie, TV program, whatever. But as far as, and then it's got the thermostat in there. It's got the little wattage calculator thing in there, all with these little green lights on. But my phone does not live in there. It sits out here on the table during the night. I have a digital clock. It's USB charged, and it can play sounds. But it's one of those ones that will wake up gently in the morning. Like, it has a low light that comes on that slowly gets brighter. It has sounds. You can choose whatever sounds you want. They've got a whole bunch of them on there. You can choose whichever sound you want, and it starts at low volume and gets higher. And that's my gentle wake up. It's not a plug-in clock, and I can actually darken out the face at night so there's no clock glow. But I like the bedrooms to be electronic free and dark. I love dark. It's during the day, it's fine to have light in there when you're napping, because napping's different to sleeping. But when you're sleeping, dark, cool room, perfect. And no electronics in there. Some people are going to go, what? I got my phone. There are alarm clocks still out there that you can get to wake you up in the morning, so you don't have to have your phone there. And I actually have my phone turn off at night. I have the do not disturb on there. But I do have a list of phone numbers that if those people call, it will put the call through they can break the do not disturb on the phone. And that if I do hear ringing in the middle of the night, I know that something's up. Yeah, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. But yeah, so I'm already looking for different curtains at different blackout curtains. These ones are thermal blackout drapes, curtains, whatever you want to call them. So I'm looking for that, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to the next few weeks. I just want to get my leases up here at the end of May. I've already contacted the resort here to say, hey, this is the situation. What do I do when we get to June 1st, and I'm in the process of purchasing a house, and I'm not sure exactly when in June I'm going to be leaving, or if it's going to be July based on when the escrow is going to be and everything. And they said, oh, we'll make a note here, and we'll just put you month to month after that, and this is what the rate will be. I'm like, okay, I can deal. So yeah, so I'm excited for what's going to happen this week. So this week's going to be an exciting week, especially tomorrow, finding out the financing stuff, and then I get to, for the first time in my entire life, this is going to be fun because I have never applied for a mortgage before. I have, I've never. So this is, they've spelt that wrong. Sorry, I just saw this big spelling error. Bicycle is Bicycle, correct? They've got it on here as Bycycle. I just noticed that. Anyway, it's the vendor list for the resort. So this week is going to be a big, major stepping outside my comfort zone that I no longer live in. It's going to be a big, major step this week, and we're applying for a mortgage. If we get the financing for that, it's then making an offer on a house, which I have never done before. I'm a first-time homeowner. Brad had a house that he purchased back before we got married, and he later put my name on the deed. But I have never gone through I've gone through it from a seller's perspective, but not from a buyer's perspective. So this is going to be something completely new that I'm doing. Doing the whole house hunt thing and making offers and finding the financing and stuff, helping. And thankfully, I have a really good agent working with me who has a network of some really cool people, and they are all working as one to help me get a home. So I'm very appreciative of that. And some people are going, oh, you shouldn't be buying a home, you should be renting and all that. Yeah, I want a foundation. I want a foundation. I want to get a home that I can live in. That's my base. And yeah, I may go traveling around after that. And yes, I know I'm more fully aware of that. I've got all the maintenance charges and everything else that I've got to do for the house. I'm fully aware of that. Because I know that there's a lot of really good reasons out there just to rent and not to buy. And then there's a lot of really good reasons out there to buy and not rent. So I'm choosing to buy right now. And I know there's some of my friends out there going, no, invest the money, invest. Yeah, no, not right now. At this point in life, I want to put some roots down in a great community. So, and I found some great communities to become part of. So I'm excited for this week. It's going to be a huge first for me this week. So, yeah. And I want to, and if an offer gets accepted this week, I want to close as soon as possible to get. And once it's closed and we get the keys and everything else, then I'm going to be taking the RV over there, unpacking everything into the house. I've got a blow-up mattress in the storage if it comes to having to do that, and I can't really pull the mattress out of the RV while it's parked in front of the house because the end of it tucks underneath. Yeah, this is going to be fun. The end of it tucks underneath the closet, the 6 inches that tuck underneath the closet, and that prevents the bed from flopping up. And if you take the mattress off, there's no weight to hold the base of the bed down, because the base of the bed lifts up and there's a whole storage unit area underneath the bed. So we will have to put the slide out at one point to get access to the stuff that's under the bed to unpack it and all of that sort of stuff. So that's going to be interesting. But and I found some movers already. I don't know if they're available because I don't know what dates I have. So apparently you can get off-duty firemen that will come and move your stuff for you. But I like using local businesses when you're in the same area and you're moving from one place to another place. Like when we did, we moved from our apartment to our house, we just got some local movers to come in and do the move for us. We already had everything packed up, ready to go. In this case, they're going to be going to my storage units and emptying them out and taking it over to the house. So I'm going to be looking forward for that. And I saw that driving down the street today. I'm coming back from grocery shopping, and there was a off-duty firefighters will move you. I was like, okay, that works. And I've seen them around, and I kind of saw them around the other day too, but it didn't really register. And I saw it today and it registered. And then I saw a different truck when I was going to pick up Zeffie, and I was like, okay, those are the ones we're going to be using. We'll get their rates and everything once we know the house, get the rates, and let them know where to move from, how much they're going to be moving, that sort of thing. So it's exciting times, but right now it's hot. Yeah, flashlight, how hot I am. Now it's 80 degrees, but then I'm sitting here right next to this little clock. It has the thermostat on, but it's about 77 in this area of the RV, and it's a little cooler in the bedroom, which is why Zeffie's sprawled out in there without a care in the world. So I'm going to go back and join her for a little bit until it's time to take her for a walk once the sun goes down. And yeah, the sun's getting there, so the temperature will drop drastically once the sun goes down. How drastically that will be, I don't know, but we'll be out there walking in about 30-40 minutes. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. I've been rambling today. I'm sorry. It's a do as little as possible day. So hope you had a good self-care day, whether it was mind, body, and soul, that you took care of yourself, that you took care of your family, or that you all just hung out together and just had a great day. However you celebrate, however you did to gave yourself a self-care today, good one. And you might, you can choose, you might not be doing self-care day till like Wednesday or Tuesday or Saturday. That's okay. Whatever, just have one day a week where no work, no business. Let's just do self-care. You take a day off and you go do something for you, for your family, whether it's going to the zoo, going to a park, having a picnic, going to the beach, just something that you can do together that takes care of mind, body, and soul, because it's very, very important that you take care of self. I'm out of here. I rambled on long enough. Have a super fantastic sparkling evening. We'll catch you guys back here at 6 p.m. Pacific tomorrow. Hey, konara.